So welcome back. So by now you've listened to the guided meditation and the first guided meditation, and you've heard our presentation on mindfulness and rational living. I'd also like you to listen to the second guided meditation on loving kindness. And that's where I'd like to pick up, which is where we left off in the last session. So the development of loving kindness, that's important. And exactly what do we mean by the development of loving kindness? Well, first we would like to gain some ground in what mindfulness is. So that's about 15 to 20 minutes every day of calming the nervous system down, and then opening the eyes and checking, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, sensing, until you can really come to that the way that I'm experiencing my world is definitely mentally driven. And the question is, are you able to dispute and to challenge yourself enough to recognize, you know what? The stories that I tell myself are the stories that I live by. And there isn't really much else going on, and it's really where all the meaning comes from. So it's really important to get to know exactly how it is that I'm experiencing my world. And I'm experiencing my world through my mind. Now, once this is accomplished, I'd like to present to you that the mind actually has two distinct characteristics, two salient features, if you will. And one is the ability to know, which we'll call cognizance. And cognizance knows this. It's aware. It knows what is seeing. It knows what is hearing. It knows what the nose does. It knows what the tongue does. It knows the tactile experience. It knows this as the present moment. It knows that the present moment is always perfect. This is called cognizance. This moment is a great perfection, and so will the next be, and all moments. And then we have our stories about that present moment. And not all the stories that we tell ourselves obviously are perfect. So many stories about our past, what people have said to us, they perhaps psychologically, emotionally abused us, or worse. So we have so many stories. Perhaps people haven't been honest with us. We have so many stories. So here is where loving kindness comes in. So when we talk about loving kindness, here's what we have. Remember, there are two salient features of mind. One of the salient features of mind is rather obvious. One salient feature is what we've just been talking about, and that's cognizance, the ability to know. The other type, the other salient feature of awareness is called luminosity. And luminosity is just a very fancy term for saying something which is imagination. Our ability, it's a creative display of our stories, that once we know that things are stories, we can take control and we can form and mold the stories into anything we want. So remember those people that we had difficulty with? Well, now it's time to dispute. Once it's a story, now it's time to dispute again. Must I hold this person in judgment? Must I hold this person in any kind of state other than one that clearly harms me? How about we reshape, we reframe the way our story is, so that the person that we harm the most, by holding on to other people in a negative state, ourselves, let's transform that, let's transmute that, and really begin to wish for this person, as difficult as it may be. But don't forget, we're only working on the difficulty of our story. So perhaps at this point, we can talk about loving kindness and the development. May we wish well for others. May we wish well for ourselves. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings, without exception, be safe. Even people I formerly held in difficulty. And so this will be an introduction to loving kindness. If you'd like to go forward with this, I strongly encourage you to go to our site, mindfulnessmeditationcenters.com, and go forward with the Loving Kindness and Compassion series. This is what it's all about. Developing the two salient features of consciousness. One is awareness, cognizance, the ability to know, and the other is luminosity, the ability to reframe stories in a way that's beneficial for ourselves and everyone else. Thank you very much for your kind attention.